Now, last week, the Republicans took their 50th vote to repeal the scourge that is health insurance reform. Yes, the dream is still alive, especially in Republican Louie Gohmert of Texas, a man who can't wait to free Americans from the burden of health insurance. Now, Louie Gohmert was having an interview with conservative radio host Lars Larson, I love that name for some reason, about his plan to save America from Obamacare.
I'm willing to postpone as much of it as we can, hoping that in 2016 we really will get a president who has the best interest of a free nation at heart and not one going socialist. So that's how I've arrived at where I am.
I just have a tough time with it because I think if there's a lot of pain associated with it, marketplaces respond to pain, right?
Yeah.
If price goes up, you say, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I want people to go to the polls
and that's the other thing, too.
Say,
If we keep doing little fixes to it, that also helps keep it. So I would rather postpone it as much as possible without doing little fixes, because the little fixes could end up giving us a system where we see the mortality rates start, coming down. You die earlier not because it's an actual death panel, but because you don't get the treatment.
Hey, moron, you actually want the mortality rate to drop. That means less people die. And that whole bit about not getting treatment, utter bullshit. See, Gohmert thinks that if more people have health care, then more people will use it. And that somehow that will actually lead to less health care, less treatment, rationing of care, and of course, death panels. As well as having health insurance, the availability of affordable health insurance will actually lower life expectancy. Yeah, dude, that's not how it works. But Louie never lets those pesky facts weigh him down. No. Speaking of facts, he took a couple of digs at Obama and quote-unquote socialist policies like universal health care, which, by the way, is not Obamacare. Obamacare is health insurance reform in the private market. Anyway, did you know that countries with universal health care actually have higher life expectancies than countries without universal health care? For example, do you know that the country with the highest life expectancy is Monaco? They have a universal healthcare system with an option to buy private insurance to cover what the national healthcare system does not. Interesting. Other countries, Macau, Japan has a universal system, by the way. Singapore has a universal healthcare system, and they are kicking our asses. Andorra, Australia, Canada, all of them, universal systems and higher life expectancies than America. Now, not only that, but the Scandinavian countries, all topping 80 plus years. Those goddamn socialists, letting people live longer. You want to know where America's at? Number 35. We are number 35 according to the World Health Organization. That is just right above Chile. Suck it, Chile. Overall, the average life expectancy here in America is 79 years of age, which is just barely older than the average Fox News viewer. So on a global scale, that's not bad at all. Look, America does have the best healthcare in the world. If you can afford it. Now, I think that's really important to point out. We should be number one on this list. But in order for our healthcare to work, the best healthcare in the world, everybody needs access to it. And that's why all these other countries are blowing us away. They either have cheaper healthcare, universal coverage, or both. So when Louie Gohmert and these idiot Republicans feed you this line about, ooh, Obamacare is creeping socialism, guys, and how America has the best healthcare in the world, you got to realize that since they have the money and they have the access, they really do have the best healthcare in the world. They do. And I want to point out that it's us that pays for it. So really, it's sort of a socialist system, since our tax money is going to your healthcare, Louie. It's socialist. I thought you're supposed to hate socialism. But you have to realize that in their world, their bubble in Washington, everything's hunky-dory. Everything's fine. They have health care. They have access. So why the fuck would we change anything? I deserve it. I'm a U.S. representative. I'm rich. I earn that health care. If you want to earn my health care, well, you're going to have to suck up to rich people, to rich donors, just like I did, for 4 hours a day. That's the average. That's the average amount of time spent begging rich people for money by U.S. representatives, by congressmen. Look, man, this isn't about protecting Americans from terrible policy. This is nothing more than a classic case of fuck you, I got mine. And that is the Republican Party in a nutshell. Hey, if you enjoyed this clip, make sure to like and leave a comment below, or even share. Sharing is caring. If you want to see more TYT Nation videos, go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TYT Nation. Thank you for watching.